What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking out all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Jack. Thank you so much for the PayPal. Really appreciate you, Jack. Thank you so much. We're going to be starting off with a doubly. Is it a doubly? It's a triply. The first video is titled JD Vance delivers bad news after marathon talks with Iran. Then the second of the doubly, Trump on Iran saying they lied, which he does say that when he's out there talking, but I think in this video clip they actually clipped it out, which is funny that it's in the title. Then the third of the triply there, U.S. Navy blocks Iranian ports, and that'll be our update on Iran. Then we got a video titled Trump will not apologize for Pope Leo, whatever number that is, over Iran feud. Apparently President Trump and the Pope are not getting along, which is whatever. Then we got a video titled President Trump deletes image depicting him as Jesus Christ. That's a mess. The majority of the news today is that. And I think it's really funny because a lot of lefties don't even believe in Jesus. They don't believe in God. A lot of them don't have religion of any sorts. But President Trump posts a picture of him depicted as Jesus, and they all start losing their minds. The thing is, there's a lot of people on the right who are upset about it too. And then to make it worse, President Trump says, no, I'm not being depicted as Jesus. I'm being depicted as a doctor, which does not seem to be so. So it's a mess. And that's actually the highlight of the news for mainstream media. Then we got a video titled Judge Dismisses Trump's $10 billion hair lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and Murdoch over reporting on ties to Epstein. This is talking about that supposed birthday card or whatever that they were talking about. It was like a year ago at this point, but they were saying that it was a birthday card. It was kind of a silhouette of a female figure, and supposedly Trump did it, wrote all the message, signed Trump, whatever. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Russell, and it's titled Comfortable. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Trump administration fires judge who blocked Ozturk deportation. I don't know if that's a person's name or what, but it has to do with that student that was picked up by ICE. They were getting ready to be deported because of something they wrote in an article, kind of like they were sympathizing. I don't know if it was sympathizing with terrorism, but they were sympathizing with something. ICE picked them up. They sat in lockup for what felt like forever. And then next thing you know, that person was just released, and we covered that. So this is kind of a follow-up, but either way, they're trying to connect these two things. Then we got another follow-up video. It's titled Florida teen charged with murder, sexual assault of stepsister on the cruise ship. Now, we covered this when this first happened. Daughter was missing. They found her stuffed underneath the bunk. She was dead. They didn't know what happened. They thought maybe the stepbrother had something to do with it. Damn, stepbro. Now he's being charged with some serious crimes here. Then we got a video titled Anna Paulina Luna announces plan to file expulsion resolution against multiple lawmakers. APL out here constantly standing against corruption in the government. I worry about her because she's very outspoken when it comes to calling people out for corruption. This is like the third or the fourth time we've covered a video with APL calling out corruption, with her, workmates, I guess. So I worry because, you don't want her to get the Hillary treatment. Then we got a video titled Manhunt Underway for Suspect Accused of Setting Woman on Fire in North Carolina. And this is a doubly. The first video is going to give us the details of the situation. Second video, man in custody after accusations he set this woman on fire. So they did find him. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is lefties losing it. And today it's titled Crazy Canadians Drop Epic Pronoun List. Then we're going to be getting the fun stuff. We're going to be in today's Brain Blaster Sour Candy that was provided by Wrench and Green Eyes. And then we got our two funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Stoner, and it's titled It's Like Watching a Computer Glitch. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Tiger Jaw, and that one's titled Two Geniuses, One Allen Wrench. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Green Eyes? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Wrench? What's up, Salty Ragu? And what's up, Matt Rogers? Happy birthday, Matt Rogers. I think it was yesterday was your birthday. I hope you had a fantastic birthday, and thank you for hanging out with us today. Tell us all about it. Oh, you need to chill out. Yeah. You want to be grounded? You want to watch me eat your fancy feast right in front of you? You better sit down somewhere, big booty. Yeah, sit down, big booty. You hear him rioting? What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Kicks, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Kicks. Appreciate you racing to the chat. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Rancher Omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, Thor Mac? Happy freedom. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Why is my chat scrolling like this? What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. Kevin sent you something really freaking spooky on Facebook. Did you message it to me or did you tag me in it? Because I have like a billion messages because I don't check my messages on the Facebook page. I will see what I can find, Kevin. What's up, HBig? Happy freedom. What's up, SOS? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom. Saw Jeff posted on X, went to Rumble, found set notifications. What do you mean? You didn't get notifications from Rumble? It's kind of hit or miss from what I understand. Let me see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom. I'll be your fucking hooligan. This is what I like to hear, Ramsey. Let me see. Scrolling through. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Culty? Happy freedom to you. Thank you. I forgot I cut my hair. I did cut my hair. It's hot as shit today. It says it's 81 degrees in here. It's not that outside, but that's what it is in here. This is the closest to naked I can be while live streaming. Thank you so much, Information Warlord, for the doll hair over on Rumble. You're the first dono of the day. Thank you so much. Says it's a wild time to exist. Hooligans, glad to be here. Glad to have you, Information Warlord. Thank you so much. Let me see. Make sure we get everybody. Colty, thank you so much for the $5 hairs through crypto. You're a badass. Thank you so much, Colty. Really appreciate you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom. You guys are outdoing yourselves today. It don't feel like Monday anymore. I'm doing all right, Dutton. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. What is up, everyone over on the GoovTube? Kicks, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you, Kicks. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom to you. What's up, April? Happy freedom. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom. You hooligans, hit that like button over on the GoovTube. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Let me see. What's up, Sandra's Library? Happy freedom. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Blaze? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's get into this triply. Like I said, JD Vance delivers bad news after marathon talks with Iran. Iran so far away. Come on. Now, like I said, this is a triply, so we're going to hit these three back to back. Once again, JD Vance delivers bad news after marathon talks with Iran. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, what things we're willing to accommodate them on, and what things we're not willing to accommodate them on. And we've made that as clear as we possibly could, and they have chosen not to accept our terms.
Precisely what have they rejected here? Can you help us understand it a little bit?
Well, I won't go into all the details because I don't want to negotiate in public after we negotiated for 21 hours in private. But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon. That is the core goal of the President of the United States, and that's what we've tried to achieve through these negotiations. Again, their nuclear program, such as it is, the enrichment facilities that they had before, they've been destroyed. But the simple question is, do we see a fundamental commitment of will for the Iranians not to develop a nuclear weapon, not just now, not just 2 years from now, but for the long term? We haven't seen that yet. We hope that we will.
Okay. JD Vance saying it was a waste of time to go out to Pakistan and talk with the people from Iran. We're getting the second of the triplet here. This is pretty much President Trump responding to the peace talks pretty much going to shit in Iran. Let me see. It's titled Trump on Iran saying they lied.
Say it. I would say it's holding well. Their military is destroyed. Their whole Navy is underwater, you know that. 158 ships are gone. Their Navy's gone. Most of their mine droppers are gone. We have a lot of people, as you know, at 10 o'clock tomorrow, we have a blockade going into effect. That'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow. Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil, and that will be very effective. But what we want to do is we want to, and again, we don't need it. What we notice and what we see and what I think is maybe my idea, maybe not, I don't know. But there are many boats heading toward our country to fill up with oil and then go and take it. So they're not going to go through the Hormuz Strait. And ultimately that'll be corrected. But in the meantime, they're using us. We have more oil because of drill, baby, drill. We have more oil than Russia and Saudi Arabia put together. So if you look at Russia and Saudi Arabia, two big ones, we have much more oil than they have put together. And what's happening is boats are coming over here, filling up. We don't have to go through the Hormuz Strait. I think Iran is in very bad shape. I think they're very desperate. We had a meeting that lasted 21 hours. We understand the situation better than anybody, and Iran's in very bad shape. And just so you understand, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. Will not have. There is no way that they're going to get. They still want it, and they made that clear the other night. Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
How long are you waiting for them to come back?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine. Their military is gone. Their missiles are largely depleted. The manufacturing capability for missiles and drones is largely defeated. We've been very nice. We haven't ripped down too many bridges. We did one only because they broke their word. They broke their promise. And remember, their promise was that they were going to open the Hormuz Strait. They didn't do it. They lied.
Do we have other countries right now who are willing to help?
Yeah, they're coming up and they're helping. Yeah, we have many other countries.
Do you have any specific countries that will be buying the oil from the United States? Have you had any talks with specific?
Well, you just have to see. But ships are heading up to our country right now, empty, and they're going to go back filled up with oil.
All right, President Trump responding to the situation with Iran. We're going to get into this third video really quick, and then we're going to hop in the chat. Come on. Do thing. Okay, it says U.S. Navy blocks Iranian ports because we're a bunch of meanies. If they could do it, we could do it too. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Today, the U.S. Navy began its blockade of Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. This comes after the U.S. and Iran failed to reach an agreement over the weekend to end the fighting. CBS 42 Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley has more.
Those peace talks were led by Vice President J.D. Vance. They lasted for 21 hours over the weekend, but still yielded no agreement. Starting today, the U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is in place, redirecting all ships going to and from Iranian ports.
I think Iran is in very bad shape.
President Donald Trump says the blockade will hurt Iran economically.
Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil. There are many boats heading toward our country to fill up with oil.
Iran promises to retaliate against military ships in the Strait. President Trump told reporters the ceasefire is, quote, holding well, despite frustration that traffic through the Strait of Hormuz remains largely at a standstill, with Iran controlling much of the crucial shipping waterway.
Their promise was that they were going to open the Hormuz Strait. They didn't do it. They lied.
Over the weekend, the U.S. and Iran failed to reach a deal after 21 hours of peace talks in Pakistan.
We need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon.
But critics say a blockade isn't necessary, saying it only escalates tensions and could potentially drive up oil prices even higher.
I don't understand how blockading the strait is going to somehow push the Iranians into opening it. I don't get the connection there.
It's unclear at this point how long the blockade may last or what kind of metrics the White House will be using to determine its effectiveness. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.
All right, that's our triply on Iran there. Come on, do the thing. There we go. Just a moment. Drop these links real quick. My left eyelid has been twitching for 2 days now. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm about to become a millionaire? Housing is going to become affordable? What does that mean? You just twitching of the eyelids. Drive me nuts. Anyways, next up, Trump deletes image depicting him. Let me see. No. Before that, we got Trump won't apologize to Pope Leo over Iran feud. Apparently, they're not getting along. It doesn't matter a whole bunch, but some people seem to care about it. It's all over the news. It's all Trump depicting himself as Jesus and not getting along with the Pope. We found other stuff. Either way, before we get into that, we're going to hop in the chat. Once again, they're saying in these videos, JD Vance talking about the negotiations with Iran. He says that we have not reached an agreement, and that's more of an issue for Iran than it is for us. In the second video, President Trump updating us on the situation in Iran. Trump says we're selling oil to other countries now, and that way they can avoid the Strait. President Trump says it doesn't matter if Iran wants to make a deal or not. Either way, we're going to be just fine. And if we're selling oil to other countries because we have so much oil, why are we paying so much in gas prices? Because supposedly it has to do with what the world pays for oil, but if we're supplying the world with oil, why the hell is Americans paying top dollar for it? That doesn't make any sense to me. In the third video there, U.S. Navy blocking the Iran port at the Strait, and they say the ceasefire is still intact. Like I said, President Trump feuding with the Pope coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about all that Iran stuff. Snugs, twitch an eyelid from stress? Probably. I think all my problems are related to stress right now. Because I have more problems than I have solutions. Russell, we're finding and destroying their minds. It seems like we were working Iran over. I don't know why they don't want a deal. If we're really giving it to them like Trump says, I don't understand why they won't make a deal. Ghostly, we supply crude oil. They refine it. We used to refine it too, but we don't anymore. Yeah, we need to get back to that. Matt Rogers filled up this morning, $4.79 a gallon at the grocery store gas station. That is awful. Yesterday gas was $4.11, but I haven't been outside yet today, so I'm not sure what gas is here right now. Ghostly, we're starting to again, but it's going to take a while. Yeah. Well, and how long is that going to last? We get a Democrat in office next. Are they going to just do away with the refining of oil? What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Salty Ragu, got to do an oil change on the truck. Good luck to you. Hope you can. If you do it yourself, it'd be a lot cheaper than going to the shop. Wrench. Okay, go back to bombing their asses. Yeah, it's probably what's going to happen. Wrench, too much caffeine? It could be. I'm not drinking any more caffeine than I usually am, though. Russell, 386 for gas. It's better than it is here, but that's still too high. Green Eyes paid $3.39 only because grocery store gave me 60 cents off. Yeah, that's why I go to Wesco. I got Wesco points. A couple weeks ago, I think I paid 12 cents to fill up my car because I had so many Wesco points from buying sandwiches and stuff, which I've tried to get away from that since my legs decided to have holes in them and whatever that stuff is. So I've been trying to eat better. Wrench, because they don't care about dying. They think they're getting 73 virgins. It's those people. I wasn't sure. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Is that like a Katy Perry eye twitch? No. This is MK Ultra over here. Puffin Stuff, 594 in Washington. That's too much. It's time to riot, Puffin Stuff. It's time to riot. That's too much. Dormac, 536 for diesel here. At least get 47 miles per gallon. Well, I mean, it's good mileage, but that is expensive. Patriot Dad, 439. See, we need to get these prices down. Kevin. Oh, I'm going to check it out. Did you tag me on Discord for that story? Magic Moon, hot pepper withdrawal symptoms. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's been like 2 weeks since I've eaten a Reaper. So my eyes twitching. My body's like, we need the heat. My stomach doesn't feel that way. Colty means you're low on vitamin B. I just took vitamin B. I've been taking vitamin. I missed it yesterday. Maybe I need more. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. Look at Klaus Daniels. I don't know how he could sleep with the heat the way it is. First hot day of the year. I'm dying. Kevin, 60 days smoke free today. That's badass, Kevin. Congratulations to you. You're doing fantastic. Dud JD looks like he lost some weight. I was kind of thinking that too. I was going to mention it, but I don't want you guys accusing me of being gay. But since you brought it up, I was thinking so too. What's up? Keep it salty. Happy freedom to you. $6 for regular, $7.29 for diesel. It's riot time. We got to bring these gas prices down. Triple up on vitamin B. Yeah, Colty, I'll take more after the live. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Meta with lots of screen time cause a twitch? It could, but I spend my whole life in front of these screens for almost 6 years now. What's up, Truck? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Plukester? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Eric Swalwell can get a job at Popeyes with Jasmine Crockett. If they hire him, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. He's getting dragged out right now. Ghostly, is Jeff about to get a Jeep? No. Nah, JD didn't lose that much weight. All right, Hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, President Trump won't apologize to the Pope after the Iran feud. I don't know.
No, I don't, because Pope...
It's all silliness to me. I don't care what the Pope says. That's okay. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
No, I don't, because Pope Leo said things that are wrong. He was very much against what I'm doing with regard to Iran, and you cannot have a nuclear Iran. Pope Leo would not be happy with the end result. You have hundreds of millions of people dead, and it's not going to happen. So I can't. I think he's very weak on crime and other things. So I'm not. I mean, he went public. I'm just responding to Pope Leo. And you know, his brother is a big MAGA person, and he's a great guy, Louis. And I said I like Louis better than I like the Pope. No, you have to have law and order in our country, and that's what we have now. We have the lowest crime numbers we've had in a long time, despite the fact that many criminals were allowed into our country. But we've gotten a lot of them out. We've done a great job on crime. So we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, since 1900, the lowest murder rate. So we believe strongly in law and order, and he seemed to have a problem with that, so there's nothing to apologize for. He's wrong. The other thing is he didn't like what we're doing with respect to Iran, but Iran is wants to be a nuclear nation so they can exterminate the world. Not going to happen.
All right. President Trump and the Pope not getting along, and for whatever reason, that is big news today. That's one of the two stories that the mainstream news is covering. It's such a big deal. The Pope and Trump don't like each other. Wah. President Trump saying that the Pope is soft on crime, mentions that the Pope is speaking against President Trump because of the actions going on in Iran. Doesn't really matter a whole lot, but like I said, the news seems to care about it. Next up, President Trump deletes image depicting him as Jesus Christ. This is a mess. I don't know why this even happened. Another thing that's not a big deal, but it's a big deal in the news. This is the other story that is eclipsing the news today. President Trump posted an AI image that pretty clearly depicts him as Jesus, and supporters of President Trump are questioning it. Lefties, like I said before, who have no religion and turn away from God, they seem to care a lot about this, which doesn't make any sense. And then when President Trump was asked about it, he said he's not being depicted as Jesus. He's a doctor. He's being depicted as a doctor, and that the fake news is claiming that it's a picture of Jesus. And then he turned around and deleted the post. So like I said, it's a mess. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump versus the Pope. Yeah, salty regular, I agree. Here, Juicer, happy freedom to you. Last pope to go against the deep state got the Hillary treatment. Yeah, I believe that. Totally believe that. Wrench, he lost weight because 20-something hours dealing with dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, he lost weight trying to negotiate with those people. Here, Juicer, gas went down 25 cents since Friday. Well, I'm glad it's going down. Hopefully it stays that way. There's some news videos that was saying the gas is going back up after JD Vance announced that the peace negotiations are not going well. I don't know. I don't know what gas was yesterday. So, well, actually, no, I know what it was yesterday. I don't know what it is today, so I can't say if it's changed here or not. It was 4.11 yesterday. Yeah, Ghostly, I agree. Totally agree. That's exactly how I feel. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom to you. Colty, Wisconsin has possible tornadoes. Well, the hooligans out in Wisconsin need to be safe today. Hopefully Wad's out in the clear. What's up, Tool to Care? Happy freedom to you. I wish my eyelid had stopped twitching. I already can hardly read. This is like hard mode today. That's what he said. Pumpkin, it's just the media giving Trump a hard time. Yeah. Yeah. If President Trump took a day off, the media wouldn't know what to do because they don't ever talk about anything that's actually going on. They just talk about Trump. That's what they do. They just talk about Trump. What's up, Cosmic Squirrel? Happy freedom. April is too hot for spring. I'm over here dying as well. Yeah, the humidity is killing me. Cheeky Chops, I already shouted you out. What is you talking about? Plukser, who's the Pope think he is? I don't know. Apparently he thinks his opinion matters. It's not just that. He's walking around saying that like scripture in the Bible is being misquoted and done intentionally, like manipulation. And he's like, people are saying this. And I don't know where that's coming from because I haven't seen anybody or heard anybody say anything about Trump reading scripture or quoting scripture or any of that kind of stuff. And so it's like the Pope is kind of insinuating that Trump is claiming that what he's doing is for religious purposes somehow, but it's actually a misquote of the Bible, and so he's being blasphemous or he's being a bad person or something. I don't know. It's weird the way the Pope is talking about it, but the whole story is a mess, and it was hard to find a video that was covering it correctly. Glamour, thank you so much for the raid. You're a badass. Klaus Dance, get your ass up. It's red. Thank you so much for the raid, Glamour. Welcome, Raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. I am sweaty and covered in cat hair now. Good stuff. Appreciate you, Glamour. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me grab your link. You guys are already following Glamour, but you're going to have to follow her again. Go do the thing. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Follow. Go follow the Glamour. Do the thing. I wish my eyelid had stopped twitching. Alright, where are we in things here? Like I said, President Trump being depicted as Jesus coming up next, but first we're reading through the chat. Look, Klaus just bailed out. He's like, I've had enough. I didn't sign up for dancing today. Wrench, I think the Pope would like your tank top. I'm too old for the Pope. Come on, man. I'm like 30 years too old. Salty Ragu, keep your cardio up by masturbating. Follow me for more life hacks. I've been on a strict regimen, Salty Ragu. Keep the guns out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like, man, you look really fit for somebody who leaves the house once a month. Like, yeah. You gotta become ambidextrous, otherwise people can figure out what you're doing. You got one big arm like Quagmire. Glamour, you need some sun. I can't go in the sun. I'm a vampire. Thank you so much, Wrench, for the gifted subs over on Rumble. You're badass, Wrench. Thank you so much for making more hooligans. Glamour calling me white. She said I was white. Patriot Dad Jeff lifting weights, those Klaus ups. Yep. 20 sets of Klaus ups a day. So Snarl, happy freedom to you. Dormax, sweaty and covered in cat hair. There's a joke there, but I'll leave it alone. Save that for Free Speech Saturday. Let's make sure Glamour spelled sun correctly. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, it's 39 Fahrenheit and raining. It's not too bad. I mean, if you don't mind the rain. I like it when it's gloomy and cool out. The humidity is what's smoking me right now. It's like 90% humidity or something like that. It's supposedly like 60 degrees outside, but it says it's 80 degrees here in the house. And I got the slider open. I got the windows open. I am the humidity today. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom to you. Total Care Jeff showing some skin today. I always get told that I'm hoeing my arms out when I go live with a tank top on. I didn't even want to wear a shirt today. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom to you. Glamour is 70 plus where you are. It's pretty hot. You probably got AC and fancy stuff like that. Colty, vitamin D3, something else that you should be taking. Yeah, I think I am taking it. I'm taking D3, B12, lion's mane mushrooms, and I think turkey tail mushrooms right now. Third day. Welcome back. Yeah. Come on, chat. There we go. What's up, Pit Boy? Happy freedom to you. Woman set on fire, Jesus Trump. What I miss? So far we've covered stuff about Iran, an update on Iran, and President Trump and the Pope not getting along. But next up is President Trump depicted as Jesus. Cosmic Squirrel, don't work too hard. What's up, Johan? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, Florida's in the 80s. You got the AC on and the fans. Yeah, I'd be getting smoked. 80 degrees in Florida. I remember it was like 65 or 70 the last time I was in Florida, and I was dying. I can't handle the heat. Meta clauses like that was totally unnecessary. No. He's got to do the dance, especially if Glamour's doing the raid. He's got to do the dance if he wants to eat the fancy feast. Central's Library, are you building Legos? Are you building anything specific? Pacific? Ghostly, I don't even have pants on. Work forces me to wear them all day. Dirty Nazis. That's right. That's communism. You let them know. Thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Colty, make sure the D3 is methylo. I gotta go to Muskegon if it's gonna have meth in it. Not this kind that starts with CY, Sino, something. I'll have to look into it, Colty. I'm not sure. Well, thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, Cass. You guys are too nice to me. All right, hooligans. Let's move forward here. This is the mainstream media's big news of the day. President Trump deletes the image depicting himself as Jesus Christ. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. I don't even think it's a big deal, but you know how people are. Then this is that handsome reporter that you guys like so much. The they them. The they them. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Here's something you almost never see President Trump do: delete a controversial social media post. And yet, the president has done just that after sharing an image that depicted him as Jesus Christ.
I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. Only the fake news could come up with that one. I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor.
Now, the president posted this image on his Truth Social page, and shortly thereafter started getting some backlash from people who were typically supporters of his, including prominent evangelicals and figures on the right, including Riley Gaines, who's been a guest at the White House and questioned why the president would share that image in the first place. She wrote, "I cannot understand why he'd post this. Is he looking for a response? Does he actually think this?" It was only a few hours later that the president deleted that image that he had shared on Truth Social, one that he had posted in the hours after he had criticized the Pope online, calling the Pope too liberal after he spoke out against the United States' war in Iran. Now, the president did not delete his criticism of the Pope, but he did delete the one that made him look like he was Jesus Christ.
Like I said before, that's a whole mess of a story. This is what I mean. Look at suggested videos. 3 of the 4 suggested videos are about that, because the whole world cares about President Trump posting AI images. It matters a lot to all of us. They don't want to talk about those gas prices, though. So either way, President Trump saying that he thought the AI photo was him being depicted as a doctor, which I don't believe that at all. I don't know why he said that. I don't know if he actually thought that, or maybe they like flashed a picture at him. They were like, "Hey, do you want to post this?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And they did. And then the world lost their minds. I don't know, but he claims that he thought he was being depicted as a doctor in that AI image. He says it's fake news claiming that he looks like Jesus. Then the video mentions that there's supporters of his that are questioning the post. And then he later removed the image. So controversial. And like I said, what's really funny about the whole thing, just the cherry on top, is most lefties don't even care about God or Jesus or any of that. That's why they attack people who attend religious events. Like we were covering that a lot back in 2022, 2023. There'd be Christian events going on in California, and Antifa would show up and start raising hell and all of this. And then you'd start seeing these Christians pulling out pistols and shit. And it was a lot of fun back then, but that's what I mean. It's funny that they're even mad about it, because they don't care about Jesus on a regular day. Either way, next up we got judge dismisses Trump's $10 billion hair lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and Murdoch over reporting on ties to Epstein. Now, they're kind of being vague in that title, but they're talking about that supposed birthday card that was said to have been sent from President Trump to Epstein. It has a silhouette drawing of a female figure, has some words that they claim was like sexually explicit. I don't think it was explicit, maybe suggestive, maybe, I don't know. President Trump says the birthday card isn't from him, and Wall Street Journal posted it saying it directly was from him. That's why he did the defamation lawsuit. The judge doesn't think so. Judge tossed it out. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump and his AI image that set the world on fire. Russell, it's a bit much. The Jesus Trump, I don't know. I don't feel any kind of way about it, but I'm not invested like everybody else. Snooks, I did. I read your name first. Matt Rogers, I'm not the only one. I'm building this one right now. What is this, Matt Rogers? Is that a Batmobile? What's the name of that? How many pieces did it say? 330 pieces? How fast do you think you can build that, Matt Rogers? I've never built a Lego set big like that. That's what she said. Russell, it don't get hot up here in the north. It gets hot enough for me. I know it don't get hot compared to New Orleans and all of that, but it's hot enough for me. Salty Ragu, sleeves slow you down. That's right. That's right. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. Be safe out there. Appreciate you stopping in. Matt Rogers, you're going to put it together in an hour, 330 pieces? You're a professional. Wrench, the Dems would not have an issue if he identified as Jesus, like it was his pronoun. Yeah, they wouldn't care. What's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Appeal to Evan? Happy freedom to you. People's house caught on fire yesterday. Did you post it in the news? In the news board on Discord? Yeah, Colty. Yeah, Appeal to Evan. You can post it in the general chat if you want. What's up, Sedan? Happy freedom. I blame the Trump lawyers. Somebody's at fault. President Trump thinks he's Jesus Christ, and we just can't have that. I don't know. It's silly. Rappy, they will always find something to be mad about. Yeah. That's what they gotta do, is perpetually be angry. Totally care. Trump's done. He's got 0 Fs to give. Yeah, I don't really think he's worried about it. I also wonder if it was done strategically. Because of the way that it's eclipsing the news, it seems like something really small, but it's so big that it makes me feel like it's a distraction for some reason. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. I can't read that out loud, but that's hilarious, Plastic Quack. Pumpkin, Trump didn't look like Jesus. You don't think that depicted him as Jesus? I'm sure I can find it. We'll take a longer look at it because they just kind of flashed it there in the video. Let me see. Jesus Trump. Like I said, I don't really feel any kind of way about it. I don't care if it is or is not supposed to look like Jesus, but to me it does. I mean, it looks like Jesus to me, but he says that he's being depicted as a doctor. I'm kind of more concerned in what the hell's in the sky. I'm not sure what's in the sky. It could be maybe, I don't know if you guys can see it because how small it may be on the screen. That's what I told her. There's like some sort of grayish figures in the clouds, and it could be soldiers, but the one in the middle has weird features. Very weird features. It's got like spikes on its head. And I don't know if those was wings or what. And then there's something weird going on by the jet too. Honestly, for an AI image, it's not that good. It's not. On the bottom half, it looks well put together. But you start looking at these clouds and these images in the clouds here, and you could totally tell it's AI. That's not a real picture of Jesus Trump there, believe it or not. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I know some people care a lot more about that kind of stuff than I do. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Sam, he shouldn't have posted that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are mad about it. Ghostly, the disciples laid on hand and healed too. Yeah. Russell, paratroopers in the sky. Oh, so the things coming off their shoulders would be like parachute straps. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know why. I don't know what the spikes on the head thing was, but I see what you're saying now. Green Eyes looks like a Statue of Liberty. That's what I was kind of thinking too. Hair Jews are a dude that walked around helping people? Yeah, don't be like Jesus. That guy was helping people? Nah, we can't have that. Colty, the picture was altered. What do you mean the one that I just showed was altered? I just grabbed it from the list. Kicks, that's Sauron in the middle. You guys making it extra spicy. What's up, Alice? Happy freedom. Candace Owens is suggesting that someone in his camp is making Trump have a messiah complex. I mean, it could be. That's the first time I've heard anybody say anything about Candace Owens that wasn't related to Charlie Kirk in a long time. Hey, I appreciate you being with us, Patriot Dad. Enjoy the rest of your day. Pumpkin, he looked like a Roman senator. Yeah, that's true. Major, I'm glad people are offended. F them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel that strongly about this. Most of the depictions of Jesus are made up. Like, most of them are made up. A lot of people say that the Sistine Chapel or whatever, and it's got all those famous paintings. A lot of people say that it was Michelangelo's gay brother that was the model for Jesus Christ being depicted with long hair. A lot of people say that Jesus Christ didn't have long hair because that's not how men wore their hair when the Romans were taking over and stuff like that. Men were cutting their hair short. It also says in the Old Testament that men are supposed to have short hair. They're supposed to have short facial hair too. It's a sin to have a long beard or to have long hair, just as it's a sin for women to have short hair. But that's the Old Testament, right? And then Jesus is supposed to be a part of the New Testament. So there's a lot of controversy over all of it, which is why I don't get mad about it, because I think it's all a bunch of nonsense. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in my relationship with God. Everything else is for everyone else. I don't worry about it. And I definitely don't get mad about it. There's no human living right now that knows more about God or Jesus than anybody else, because none of us were here when he was walking around. So why argue about it, you know? What's up, Boomer? Happy Freedom. Plasquack, he's not being Jesus. He's being Jesus the gardener. That's what it is. Now we're figuring it out. What's up, Jacob? Happy Freedom to you. Boomer, you don't like my show? Well, you're sitting in my chat like a little bitch. That's all right. That's all right. Ranch, the Pope thinks he does? Thinks that Trump has a Messiah complex? Is that what you're saying, Ranch? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Shanti? Happy Freedom to you. April, I agree with the distraction. Yeah. I mean, it's controversial, but I don't think it's like eclipsing the news controversial. Like, it's literally like all mainstream news is covering Jesus Trump. Tar Kitty Glenn Beck texted him. It wasn't that swimmer CNN. Glenn is purebloods. I don't know what you're talking about, Tar Kitty. I have no idea. What's up, Bullseye? Happy Freedom to you. How is that a doctor? Look how good he can lie to the camera. I don't know. I'm not saying that Trump's lying about it, but it looks more like it could be a depiction of him as if he was Jesus, more in my opinion than what he would look like if he was depicted as a doctor. But that's also like in a modern sense, you know. I don't know what doctors look like back when Jesus walked around, so I don't know. I don't know either way. I just know it's controversial and we had to cover it. Meta, I knew Trump didn't want to be king, just God. No God protests coming this weekend. That's right. Sundays Library, I think it's funny. I think it's funny too. I don't think it's a big deal. Wrench, the Pope thinks he knows more about God and Jesus. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Boomer, did you pray to Jesus Trump today? You better, or you're going to the swamp. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom to you. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, judge dismisses Trump's $10 billion lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and Murdoch over reporting on ties to Epstein. Now, the judge threw it out, but I think there's going to be appeals because President Trump generally wins these defamation lawsuits, like lots. It's kind of his main job right next to being a president. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Well, happening now in the W Area Live Center, a district court judge today threw out President Trump's defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal. The lawsuit was about the journal's reporting of this birthday letter in the shape of a woman's body to Jeffrey Epstein bearing what appears to be the president's signature. The judge ruled the president and his attorneys failed to plausibly allege the newspaper acted with, quote, actual malice in reporting the story. The judge dismissed the lawsuit without prejudice, which means President Trump can refile it. His legal team plans to file an amended complaint by the April 27th deadline.
Okay, really short video there. Like I said, I don't think this is the last of this story. This judge dismissed $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, saying that, or it's about the Wall Street Journal posting that birthday card supposedly from Trump to Epstein. The judge says that Trump failed to provide proof that the letter was a fake, and also it didn't prove that the Wall Street Journal posted it with malicious intent. President Trump is expected to appeal, and we'll see how that all turns out. We'll do a follow-up. Either way, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Russell and it's titled Comfortable. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about this defamation lawsuit. You think this is the end of the line, or you think President Trump's going to appeal? He's going to get that $10 billion hairs. Sam, maybe he's just trolling. He should do Muhammad next. La la candy bars. Yeah, Sam. He should, but then, you know, then they're going to say he definitely was lying about it not being Jesus. It was actually him as a doctor. But it would be funny, though. Ramsey, I don't expect Trump to be a moral Christian. Let's see. He is one. It was definitely blasphemy, but I'm not surprised coming from Trump. I didn't elect a pastor. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not personally worried about it. I can see why people feel one way or another, right? As far as caring about blasphemy and stuff, but it didn't change my day at all. Ramsey, yeah. I agree. Bullseye is Palm Beach Pete. Yeah, see, we haven't had a story with Palm Beach Pete yet, but I've been seeing that guy looks exactly like Epstein. He swears he's not. And a lot of people say the way the technology is in AI and all of that, that it could be Epstein and nobody would even do anything about it. That's Palm Beach Pete right there. Hold on, let me see if I can find a video really quick, just in case you guys don't know about Palm Beach Pete. He's more of like a TikTok guy, I think, right now, but eventually he'll hit X, and then everybody will know who he is. Palm Beach Pete. See, they don't even have any of his good videos on here. I mean, not that he's got great videos. Yeah, see, this hasn't even hardly hit X yet. Oh, somebody actually highlighted what I was just talking about. I was talking about that figure in the sky above Trump, and that AI photo looked weird. And that somebody else is highlighting that. They're like, what the hell is this? It's something. Let me see if I can find a video. I don't know why there's no videos. People are just taking screenshots of this. Okay, well, apparently I'm not going to be able to show you a video of Palm Beach Pete because they don't have videos on X yet. It's weird how that happens. Everything hits TikTok, then it goes to X, then it falls and trickles down to all the other platforms. This is Palm Beach Pete, and obviously he looks exactly like Epstein. Now, supposedly he's not connected to Epstein in any kind of way, but I think there may be an email or something. I want to say I came across something saying that he is in the Epstein files, but not for doing bad things. He's like a part of an email or something. But this is Palm Beach Pete. And eventually we'll have some video that we can cover, and I'll show you guys a little bit more. His whole deal of being famous, other than his looks, is he makes these little TikTok videos, and then he just slightly mentions, this is not Epstein, this is Palm Beach Pete, and people think it's Epstein trolling us. But anyways, reading through a little bit more, and like I said, next up we got our midlife break. Russell, we need to analyze Trump's pick on voice chat. We could do that. Wrench, is that an angel? I don't know. That's the image that Russell was saying is a paratrooper. Sam, fuck the government. I don't trust any of them. Yeah, can't trust them. Ghostly, yeah. I know. I hear you. Colty looks like Baphomet. It could be. I think it's just shitty AI generation happening. You know, like I said, there was a bunch of weird stuff in the clouds that didn't really look like anything. Just looked like AI doing a crappy job, as it does. What's up, Pickles? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom to you. JFK Jr. is in the background of the controversial image. Interesting. I haven't heard anybody say anything, and I did not notice that when we pulled it up. Russell wants to talk about it when we get in the voice chat on Friday. Let me see. I'll write a note, Peyton. Thank you for bringing it up, and happy freedom to you. All right. Note is noted. Puff Stuff, Statue of Liberty. Yeah, the horns on its head looks like Statue of Liberty. Major, it's Voltron. It is. It is. Carlos Daniels. It's hot. Pickles, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Mm-hmm. Cass, I think it's shitty AI too. Yeah. Cass, it's Thomas Jefferson's birthday today. What do I know? It is? I didn't see anything about that. Everybody's too worried about Jesus Trump. What's up, Master Dork? Happy freedom to you. My Monday's going all right. How's your Monday going? What's up, Nick? Happy freedom. Nick, I do think that Palm Beach Pete looks like Epstein, but I did see a commercial on TV with a guy in a limo that looks identical. Just saying. Yeah. What's up, Lion's Heart? Happy freedom to you. Tar Kitty, where'd you see that list at? Alright, hooligans. Moving forward here. Sam, AI's the devil. Mm-hmm. Mama said. Let's get this midlife break pulled up. Hold on a second. Alright, now I know this looks like a spicy video, and that's how the spicy videos start over on the hub. This is provided by Russell and is titled Comfortable.
Two sisters, one blonde and one brunette, inherit the family ranch. Unfortunately, after just a few years, they are in financial trouble. In order to keep the bank from repossessing the ranch, they need to purchase a bull so that they can breed their own stock. Upon leaving, the brunette tells her sister, "When I get there, if I decide to buy the bull, I'll contact you to drive out after me and haul it home." The brunette arrives at the man's ranch, inspects the bull, and decides she wants to buy it. The man tells her that he will sell it for $599, no less. After paying him, she drives to the nearest town to send her sister a telegram to tell her the news. She walks into the telegraph office and says, "I want to send a telegram to my sister telling her that I've bought a bull for our ranch. I need her to hitch the trailer to our pickup truck and drive out here so we can haul it home." The telegraph operator explains that he'll be glad to help her, then adds, "It will cost 99 cents a word." Well, after paying for the bull, the brunette realizes that she'll only be able to send her sister one word. After a few minutes of thinking, she nods and says, "I want you to send her the word comfortable." The operator shakes his head. "How is she ever going to know that you want her to hitch the trailer to your pickup truck and drive out here to haul that bull back to your ranch if you send her just the word comfortable?" The brunette explains, "My sister's blonde. The word is big. She'll read it very slowly. Come for da bull."
Yes. But what happens if she misunderstands the message and thinks come for the bull means something different than arriving? Anyways, getting back into the news here, Trump administration fires judge who blocked the deportation of that one student. It was a female student. She was picked up by ICE on the street for writing an article that was sympathizing with pro-Palestine stuff or something like that. And I think they were trying to say that she was sympathizing with terrorism, which is not something you're allowed to do when you are on like green card status or whatever. So they were trying to deport her. Now, we covered not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, that a judge stopped that all from happening, and she's been released from DHS custody. Now this judge that caused her to not be deported has been fired. Now, they haven't directly linked it. They haven't said, oh, because you did something I didn't like, now you're being fired. They just suspect that's what's going on. But, of course, it's the news, so they're not going to talk in great detail like that because they need to mislead the normies. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Let me see. Load. There we go. Now, real quick, I think I seen something out the corner of my eyeball. If I could find it. Maybe not. I swear I did. Oh, it's over on the Twitch. Thank you so much, Sandra's Library, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. All right, hooligans, let's get into this news here. Thank you, Sandra's Library. Now, like I was saying, this video is titled Trump Administration Fires Judge Who Blocked This Deportation. Hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Now, the Trump administration has reportedly fired several immigration judges across the country.
And one of them, the Boston judge who blocked Tufts University student Rumeysa Ozturk's deportation. Our Monica Medea on top of this story, live from our newsroom with the details. Monica.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, the judge is Rupal Patel, and she ruled in January the Department of Homeland Security didn't have enough evidence to deport Ozturk. She spoke to the Globe saying that she isn't sure if her decision in that case led to her firing on Friday. Immigration judges are employees of the executive branch, and they can be removed by the administration. ICE agents arrested Ozturk last year after she wrote a pro-Palestinian op-ed in the school newspaper at Tufts. DHS telling the Globe it was, quote, judicial activism to keep Ozturk in the U.S. It is appealing Patel's decision. This isn't the first Massachusetts judge fired. The New York Times reporting several others have been, including a Chelmsford immigration judge. That judge terminated the government's deportation proceedings against a Columbia University student who is a Palestinian activist. In the newsroom, Monica Medea, NBC 10 Boston.
Okay. Now, I'd like to think that because this judge stood in the way of justice, that's why this judge was fired. But I kind of don't think that's what happened, because we haven't seen any of these other judges get fired that do all kinds of stupid shit. Almost every executive order that President Trump has signed in his second term has been blocked by some judge. Haven't seen any of those people get fired yet. So I don't necessarily think it's directly related, but maybe it is. Maybe it's time to get proactive. I don't know. They're saying that Trump fired this judge that blocked the deportation of the student that was picked up by ICE for things that she wrote in a pro-Palestinian article for the school newspaper. They don't say that this is the direct reason on why the judge was fired, but they imply it heavily in this video again, and so they can mislead the normies, because that's the name of the song and dance here. But either way, we'll see if more judges get fired, because they love standing in the way. Next up, Florida teen charged with murder and sexual assault of their stepsister over on the cruise ship. This is obviously a follow-up. When this first happened, we covered it. We actually had 2 or 3 videos that we covered because we had some follow-ups as information was coming out. This is about the family that was on the cruise. The stepbrother was being weird to his stepsister. Next thing you know, she went missing. I think they had dinner or something like that. She went missing afterwards. They Didn't know where she was. Eventually, her body was discovered underneath the bunk in her room. I think she might have been sharing a room with her stepbrother, and that's all we had really heard. They were accusing the stepbrother of stuff, and that was it. Now things have gotten more serious. They have actual charges and stuff, and it's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this judge being fired. Snooks, thank you for letting me know. I'll check it here in a second. Happy freedom to you, guess some. Ghostly, Trump needs a clean house? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody that's funded by Soros needs to go. These judges that are standing in the way of what the American people voted for need to go. And I don't know. You're absolutely right. Trump needs a clean house. Ghostly, wait. We could be firing them the whole time. Well, and that's what pisses me off about the whole situation is they keep cutting loose these illegals that are all in line to be deported. So like when Bovino, right, he's not anymore, but he was the captain or whatever of ICE, Border Patrol in general. And when he was in Chicago and they were rounding up illegals and all of that, and they had a ton of them, like 700 of them or something like that, judge turned around, made a ruling, bam, all of them back on the street. It was almost completely a waste of time for what DHS did in Chicago, because in one swoop, a judge unraveled everything they did. All the illegals that got picked up, all of them went back out on the street. And that's against national security, but that's also against what the majority of Americans voted for, because we all voted for Trump, right? And the big thing he was campaigning on was no dudes in women's sports, mass deportations of these illegals, so on and so forth. But those were the highlights right there. And it's being stifled, but now the judges are even letting out the illegals that are being picked up by DHS. When that stuff was going on, Mike Johnson came out and said that we have the ability, I don't know if we do, but they got the ability to do something about these judges that are constantly standing in the way of Trump's policies, his executive orders, the things DHS is doing, Border Patrol, all that stuff. They can do something about it. And he made that announcement to everybody. It was a nationwide thing. And then they turned around and did nothing about it. And then they haven't said anything about it since. So it's like, that's why I was saying when we covered that last video there, did this judge really get fired for standing in the way of Trump's agenda? Or were they just fired for other reasons and it's just being connected in the news that it has something to do? It's a coincidence that this judge let this student go that was picked up by ICE, and now all of a sudden the judge is being fired. So we'll see, because like I said, maybe Trump's cracking down on these judges all of a sudden. I don't know. But why let them stand in the way so many times, so often, for so long, if he's just going to turn around and start firing them? We'll see how it goes. Guess some judges are just doing this to block Trump and make him look bad. They don't give a shit about what the law was. Yeah, guess. Well, it's like that judge we covered. I don't remember if it was, I think it was Wisconsin. The judge snuck the illegal out, went and distracted ICE in the hallway so the illegal could go through a special door in the courtroom that's usually reserved for judges and emergency situations and all of that. And the judge is going to end up getting off the hook. We covered a follow-up on it, and I think it was about an upcoming hearing or something, but they had pushed it back. I imagine that story is going to be coming back out pretty soon as this judge goes to court. But when that was a new thing, we looked it up, and I want to say it was 2018 or something like that. A judge did the same exact thing, helped smuggle an illegal away before ICE was able to detain them, and they brought charges and all that crap, and in the end, they dropped the charges against the judge, and the judge is still the judge today. And so we'll see how it goes. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Peyton, tricky. It is. Peyton is... It's a good thing I'm not Judge Dredd. We need some tough, actual judges, though. What's up, Glass? Happy freedom to you. Sedan, yeah. TV news, yeah, exactly. Pumpkin, it's tricky to get rid of judges. Well, I wonder why this judge actually got canned if it's not related to that student, being released instead of deported. What's up, Deep South Jody? Happy freedom to you if I can get you already. He can't fire federal judges? Well, that's what they were just saying in the video, that he can, because they're a part of the federal government. But I don't know. We can look it up here in a second. Cass, I hope he is, talking about cleaning house. Yeah, I mean, it's necessary. Tool care, we don't need no stinking judges. That's right. Major, yep, you're right. Puff and stuff. Trump should have already done it. Midterms are iffy. So it could only be 7 months of House, Senate, and the White House. Yeah. Yep. Major 90% of the government needs to be scrapped. I agree. We need government reform. Peyton, what are you talking about? Multiple vortex thing? Are you talking about weather? I don't know what you're talking about, Peyton. Just reading through and we'll get into this next one. Sam, heads or feet? I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you were talking sexy to me. Got some tornadoes, multiple vortex. Where? In Wisconsin? Somebody was saying Wisconsin earlier. Peyton. Indiana. Oh, there's tornadoes in Indiana right now? Oh, hopefully everybody's being safe. Ramsey, which troll are you talking about? You talking about the boomer troll? I didn't even permanently ban him. I just gave him a little timeout because, you know, he's a boomer, so I just thought it would be funny to have me give him a timeout, but we'll see how it goes. Cass in Minnesota. What is there? Tornadoes all over the place right now? Bullseye, if there's no way to get rid of federal judges, that would make them the highest power in the country. Yeah. Instead of Trump being president. Yeah. That makes sense. Nick, deport the judge. That's how we fix this right here. Deport these judges. Send them to CCAT. Guess oh, so boomers are bad now? You're so in trouble. It's not my fault that the troll named himself that. He probably wasn't even a boomer. He's probably a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old day then that shits in a litter box, you know? Colty, there's 5 current tornado warnings, and it looks like 3 of them are in Wisconsin, 2 of them are in Minnesota. Thank you for clearing that up, Colty. I wasn't sure. Major, send them to the cannibal tribes, like what happened to Biden's uncle. He had one taste of the Biden, and they gave him back. They're like, fuck that. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, we got a follow-up video about the teenager that was first missing and then found dead on the cruise ship. Turns out they are accusing the stepbro. I hope Stoner's here. He knows all the stepbro jokes. Come on, come on, come on. Load is what I gave her. Anyways, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
The teen stepbrother accused of murdering Anna Kepner on a Carnival cruise ship will now be prosecuted as an adult.
Well, the DOJ made that announcement today in its first public comment on the case that made national headlines in November. West 2 investigative reporter Justin Shecker following these new developments live in the newsroom. Justin.
Hey, good afternoon. Up until now, the details surrounding Anna Kepner's murder on the cruise ship have been revealed through court filings and hearings in her stepmother's child custody case. Now that the indictment is unsealed, federal prosecutors say the stepbrother sexually assaulted Kepner before he intentionally killed her. Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother kept his head down as he left federal court in Miami on February 6th. That was 4 days after the U.S. Department of Justice initially charged him as a juvenile. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida said on Monday a federal grand jury has returned an indictment charging serious offenses that allegedly occurred aboard a vessel in international waters. We will present the evidence in court and pursue this case with professionalism and care. Heather Wright is Anna Kepner's biological mom.
I'm just happy that my daughter got justice and that they tried him as an adult because I was a little worried.
The unsealed indictment reveals the stepbrother is charged with murder and aggravated sexual abuse.
I don't even really want to think about that one because I can't even begin to imagine what she went through.
Prosecutors say the 18-year-old Titusville teen's body was found in the cabin she shared with the suspect and another step-sibling on board a Carnival cruise ship during a family vacation in November. The Miami-Dade medical examiner determined the cause of her death was asphyxiation.
Can you tell us the status of his release terms?
According to newly unsealed court documents, the stepbrother was released to the custody of his uncle in Hernando County. He may not be alone with anyone under the age of 18 unless supervised by an adult, and he must comply with the court orders from his parents' ongoing custody case.
He's certainly looking at a maximum potential sentence of life in prison.
Former federal prosecutor David Haas weighed in on the DOJ's decision to charge Kepner's suspected killer as an adult.
It's a heavy decision to do because obviously, brains aren't even fully developed by then. But I think when you calculate the complicating and the aggravating factors in this case, it's probably the right thing to do here.
And NBC News spoke with Anna Kepner's father, Christopher Kepner. He told them the stepbrother needs to be arrested, adding, quote, "This is where the family stands. Justice needs to be served." Covering Brevard County live in the newsroom, I'm Justin Shecker, WESH 2 News.
All right, Justin, now breaking in the...
Okay. So I assume we'll have more follow-ups on that as the hearings and all of that proceed. Now, I did look this up really quick. So I looked up, can President Trump fire federal judges? No, he cannot fire federal judges. Impeachment by the House of Representatives and conviction by 2/3 vote in the Senate is the only way to get rid of federal judges. Then it says, or I looked up, can Trump fire immigration judges? Yes, the Trump administration has fired immigration judges, with reports indicating that more than 100 judges have been dismissed out of approximately 750 to 700 serving currently right now. So immigration judges can be fired by President Trump. Federal judges cannot. They have to be impeached, apparently. I guess. I don't know. Anyways, like I said, that was a follow-up video there. Stepbrother's accused of sexually assaulting and murdering his stepsister while they were on the cruise there. He's being charged with murder and aggravated sexual abuse. He's being charged as a juvenile right now. The video says that he could be facing life in prison. Now, they didn't say if he was charged as an adult, he'd be facing life in prison, but they were discussing that they think he should be charged as an adult. I missed how old he was. If he's 17, then he absolutely should be charged as an adult. If he's younger than that, I don't really know which way it's going to go. Obviously, he's a terrible person for doing that, though. Anyways, next up, Anna Paulina Luna, APL, announces plan to file expulsion resolutions against multiple lawmakers. Now, this is the third or fourth video with APL who's been calling out corruption. The last time we covered a video, she was like in the chambers and they were in the middle of doing whatever they do there at work, and she was calling out her colleagues for being corrupt in a lot of different ways. So I don't know. I think she's trying to do a good job calling out this corruption. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this follow-up video about the stepbrother murdering his stepsister while they were on a cruise. Russell, yeah, they were step-siblings. Why are you guys all saying Alabama? I don't think it was that kind of situation. I think he was just a little weirdo. That's what I think it is. I guess are they from Arkansas or West Virginia? I don't think that's the case. You guys are going to make somebody mad because I'm laughing at your jokes. At least we don't have to talk about Melania today, you know? Snook's heartbreaking, lock that piece of shit up. Yeah. Well, if they don't charge him as an adult, his lockup would be very temporary, I would think. Sam, it could be. It could be. They're going to blame the hub. Told Carrie, I blame the parents for sticking them in the same room. Yeah, me too. Because they knew beforehand, when we covered the story when it originally came out, they were saying that there was like several incidents that had happened that was making them feel cautious about these two being together. But for whatever reason, when they got on the cruise ship, stuck them in the same room. Kissing cousins. Colty, you guys. She didn't want to participate, though. Yeah, Kicks, I agree. Major weirdo, probably into necro too. That's what I originally thought when they were saying that he was being charged with sexual assault. I was like, is that before or after she died? And they cleared it up. They said it was before, but I don't know. I think the kid's a little weirdo. Cass, did any of you see Savannah Hernandez? What is it? Attacked here in Minneapolis? No, I don't know anything about that. Not that I can think of. I'll have to look it up after the live. Thank you for letting me know, Cass. Major, how can they tell it was before? I don't want to Google it. I don't want to Google it in front of you guys, but there's probably not pleasing ways to find out. Glass, so we're all born killers until our brains develop? I don't know about that one. I missed that. What is that what they were saying in the video? Colty, he didn't even look like he was strong enough to choke somebody out. He looked like a puny little wimp. Maybe he didn't use his hands. I mean, did they say specifically? They might have said specifically his hands. I don't know. He did look like a little runt. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom to you. Pilled Evan, disgusting, nasty stepbrother. Yep. Colty, I got plenty of jokes for this story, but it's not Free Speech Saturday, so yeah, I know. They're laughing it up on the website, though. You guys should join the website. Cass, yeah, I'll have to look it up. Only siblings. Guess I'm here to get me in trouble. I can't help but read these out loud. So, Spank the Monkey, happy for him to you. Spank the Monkey, Trump is trying to bait the left to call him the Antichrist. That's hilarious. That could be. It could be. Master Dork, I think he should still be locked up. It's still wrong. Yeah. Nick, can we deport or exile judges is the question. I mean, we probably could if we try hard enough. Nick, I know you're saying it jokingly, but we were kind of wondering the same thing when we first covered the story when it first happened. Why under the cot and not overboard? And I was going to say that before we started the video is like, if he was going to do this stuff to her, why do it while they're on a cruise ship and they're all stuck together? Like, if they were not on a cruise ship, there would be more possibilities of wrongdoing from somebody else, right? There'd be more questions, a bigger investigation, stuff like that. But instead, he waited till all of them were locked up on a ship and then decided to do that. Like, I don't know. He's just messed up in the head, obviously. Guess who? No stepbro, I'm stuck jokes. The community has some sense of dignity and decorum. We are classy like that. That's right, guess who? That's right. Everybody's showing great restraint with this one. Guess some. I cannot read these. Smoking me today. Yeah, Wrench. to the Coke Sharks. Yeah. Well, he's too scrawny. Probably couldn't throw her overboard. Pumpkin, how do we know when our brains are fully developed? When we stop blaming other people for our problems. And that's why some of us never grow up, you know? I don't know, that's just my guess. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. I just play one when Trump develops an AI image of me. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, Anna Paulina Luna announces a plan for filing expulsion resolutions against multiple lawmakers. And it's not just multiple lawmakers, but it's Republicans and Democrats. Because she seems to actually care about the corruption going on, which is good stuff. But it makes me worry about how Hillary feels about all of this. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
So on Friday, I had my staff initiate the process and start the process to file motions for expulsions for multiple members of Congress, both Democrat and Republican. And I think even though Democrats and Republicans might have ideological differences, I think we should be able to all agree on the basics that maybe if you're, I don't know, sexually harassing or assaulting or have issues of domestic violence or you're stealing funds from FEMA, maybe you should not be in Congress, right? Like maybe it's time for you to go home and figure those issues out, not on taxpayer dollars. So yes, I am going to be bringing forward the motion to expel Eric Swalwell next week. And I think that this is going to trigger other motions. And you know what? Bring it. It's time. This is way overdue. I think that this is just the bare minimum that we can deliver for the American people is not tolerate public corruption in the House of Representatives. This is not rocket science. This is basic 101. Most people go to jail over this. So it's time for these people to go. So yes, I'll be voting to expel members of Congress. And I hope my colleagues join me. We need 2/3 of the vote.
Okay, Anna Paulina Luna. She's very nice. So APL continuing to fight corruption. She is filing expulsion resolutions against multiple lawmakers, both Democrat and Republican. And I wonder if she will get the support that she needs for it, considering she's turning on her compadres to a certain degree, right? If she's got, I always want to say constituents, that's voters. If her buddies there on Capitol Hill are involved in corruption, they might be all nice to her face and stuff, but they're not going to like what she's doing. They're not going to like that, and you know, rats jump ship and all of that. So again, it makes me worry, is Hillary lurking in the shadows with this or what? Because I would love to see some corruption actually get outed. You know, that's what President Trump was supposed to be doing, cleaning the swamp and stuff. But Anna Paulina Luna, like I said before, this is the 3rd or 4th time we've covered a video where she is outing these people. She is calling them out. There was another video where we covered, it wasn't the last one, but there was one before last. Anna Paulina Luna was on the steps of the Capitol giving a presser, and she was saying that she believes these 4 individuals, and all 4 of them I want to say were women, called them out by name and said that they believe that they were working with Epstein in human trafficking, and that the other people on Capitol Hill are lying about it and covering up the fact that there were people helping Epstein doing the human trafficking. And she felt so confident that she called those 4 women out by name and said that she was going to try to bring indictments to force them to come in and testify or whatever they're going to do, but basically go after those people. And that's after a year or more of Capitol Hill saying that Epstein and Maxwell worked alone. And so, like I'm saying, I think APL is kind of a badass. And so, I don't know, I follow her on X and stuff, and hopefully she does out this all this corruption going on. I mean, she can't do it all by herself, but I like that she's trying. Next up, manhunt underway for suspect accused of setting a woman on fire in North Carolina. Now, this is a doubly. The first one's going to give us details. The second video is going to tell us about how they actually picked this guy up. He's no longer on the run. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Anna Paulina Luna. The government. That's right, Sam. It is. Oh, Russell, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. She's a nice lady. Guess if we start kicking officials for accusations, every female will claim everyone assaulted them. That's true, too. That's why we haven't been covering the Swalwell story stuff, because there hasn't really been any determination of anything. People are just saying that he did stuff, and then more people are saying that he did stuff, which is always what happens, is somebody gets in trouble They get accused of sexual assault or whatever, and then all of a sudden 65 victims from the last 40 years all of a sudden step forth, and it happens all the time, and it sucks because it blurs the lines of, did he actually do something wrong, or is these people out here just trying to get a payday because some famous guy is being accused of this nonsense? And then it makes it so it falls on deaf ears because it becomes a publicity stunt that in a lot of ways works against the person being accused, but it also keeps it in the news. So we'll see. When Swalwell actually gets some traction and we figure out, did he actually do something? Is there evidence that he actually did something wrong? You know, things like that. That's when we'll cover it. Right now it's just people pointing fingers, so we'll see how it all turns out. Colty, he's a scumbag anyway, so talking about Swalwell, I don't know anything about him. I just know that he's being accused of stuff, but I don't actually know anything about him. Cash, she's a badass, I agree. Talking about Anna Paulina Luna, yeah. Major APL's kind of a baddie. She is. I think she's got, oh no, I think that was fake. I was gonna say, I think there's a video of her in a bathing suit that was circulating X, but I think the community notes started stating that it was fake, that somebody had altered a video, and it's not really her. She's probably even hotter than than the video that was AI or whatever. Duh, and if you see a bulge on a Republican woman, it means she's packing heat, not meat. That's right. That's right, Dudden. Kicks, 9 out of 10. I would lick her toes. Oh my God, Kicks, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. No comment, but that is hilarious. Oh no, last time we brought up the toe licking stuff, everybody started losing their marbles. We just had 30 people walk out the door. That's all right. It happens. Colty, I like her energy. I do too. She actually behaves like somebody who wants to get stuff done, and we need that. Pickles, I'll be excited about APL when I hear she's not getting rich. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about her getting doll hairs and stuff like that. I'm not saying she's squeaky clean. I just know from the few videos we've covered. Kig, Swalwell was banging Chinese spies. Oh, yeah. No, he needs to be dealt with then. You know, justice and all of that. Call him out. Guess he is scum, no doubt. Talking about Swalwell. See, I don't know anything about Swalwell. I just know he's being accused of stuff. Ghostly, oh, he's connected to the Fang stuff. I remember you guys were talking about that when we were covering the officer. It yelled taser, taser, and shot the driver and killed him and stuff. And then there's a whole discrepancy with that story that no one ever talks about, where the officer gave the girlfriend who was in the passenger seat, she got out of the car, she dropped a bottle. The bottle was full of lean, of promethazine, which is a narcotic. And the officer was just didn't know what the fuck he was looking at. He was like, oh, hey, you dropped your pop. And she was like, oh, thanks. And really, he handed her drugs back after they had just been in a car accident because the officer shot the driver and killed him. Stupid. Nobody ever found that. It was just us. We were the only ones that called that out, but that's okay. I remember you guys all saying the judge was Fang, though, when we were covering that hearing. Guess if you watch the APL bikini video close, you'll notice my house. I was wondering if that was your house, Gasson. I was like, I didn't see a Jeep parked there, so I wasn't sure. Wrench, that guy's a loser. He misses most of the votes in Congress. Yeah, it sounds like it's his time to go. Pickles, who are you talking about? Colty, it was a very nice photo of her in a bathing suit that was being displayed previously. I've seen it. Couldn't tell if it was real or not, but it was very pretty. Yeah, I think that it was an altered photo, but she looks like a very nice lady. I'll just put it like that. Pickles, you're cracking me up. My goodness. Colty, it was before he got the Jeep, though. Yeah, that makes sense, Colty. That makes sense. I thought that was Gessum's house in the background. What's up, Steven? Happy Freedom. Steven, she set herself on fire. Talking about this woman in this upcoming story. That's an interesting idea. I didn't even consider that. Nick, I call it the Cosby effect. Mm-hmm. Mike Ingalls, happy freedom to you. Time for someone to drain the swamp. Absolutely. It's about time. Guess who? He had a 21-year-old nanny who looked like she could took care of him. See, I don't know anything about Swallow. I don't want to look into it, really. He sounds like a terrible person. Holy Quiet Part Podcast. Thank you so much for the raid. You're a badass. Let me grab your link really quick. Everybody needs to go follow the Quiet Part Podcast. Let me get this posted. Go give them a follow. There we go. We're going to pin it. Bam. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid. You're a badass. Happy freedom, Raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. We are in between videos right now, but next up we got a doubly manhunt underway for suspect accused of setting a woman on fire in North Carolina. It's coming up, but right now we're hopping through the chat. We did it. We did the thing. Klaus Daniels, you missed the raid. Klaus is zonked out right now. It's hot in here. What does it say? 81. It's 81 in the house. Pumpkin, your dancing's improving. Well, thanks, Pumpkin. I was trying. Green Eyes, thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're a badass. Thank you so much for making more hooligans. Heck yeah. Hey, thanks for being with us, Ramsey. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Wrench, for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're awesome. Thank you so much, Wrench, for making more hooligans. Kicks, are we still on toes and bikini pics? I'm lost now. Well, yeah, it's always there. It's always subject going on in the background. Peyton got that gifted sub. Badass. Colty, you did the dance? Hell yeah. What's up, Jigaflu? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Scott? Happy freedom to you. At least check out Swalwell farting on live TV. I thought that was a joke. I didn't know that was a real thing. I bet he sounds loose. Alright, we gotta reel it in. It's not Saturday. Holy. Holy. So, Quiet Part, happy freedom to you, and thank you so much for the raid. What is that? Sam. Yeah. Exactly. It's hot in here. It's hot. It's so hot. I got all the windows open. I got 3 fans on me right now. Yup. And he paused and adjusted at the same time. He definitely farted or shit his pants. All right, well, let's look it up. There's so much talk about it. We're going to have to play the video. It's part of the news, you know? It's going to be graphic. Swalwell. No, hold on a second. Okay. Is that video real? Because that looks very forceful. I'm glad you guys can't see that. No, someone might have to tag me in the video. Oh. Maybe if I could, when you can't spell farting. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if this is gonna be good enough or not. This is what happens when I have to just do this randomly and can't screen the videos beforehand. This is 8 seconds of what could be Swalwell farting on TV. It could be altered too. You never know. Let's get into this.
Dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was,
there's no way that's real. There's no way that's real. Let me see if that's an altered. Obviously, the smoke is not real, but hold on. Here's another one. This has obviously been edited too. We're more going audibly. Is it audibly been affected?
to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republican taxpayer.
No, he's out here just ripping skippies. So bad. So bad. If you're going to do it on live TV, you got to make a spectacle of it, right? Like straight shit your pants or acknowledge it at least. Covering it up is for regular days. You know, if you're on TV, you got to just rip that skippy. Took care. He did the shit eating grin. Yeah, because he be eating shit. Done. The audio is right. New York Post had the same audio on their site. See, that's how you know he's a little sissy. He's a little soy boy. Because any real man went up there and ripped a skippy, he'd been like, did you hear that? And did the mic pick that up? Gigaflu, you got to fan it toward who you're talking to. I mean, you know, that's the courteous thing to do. Mr. Scott, rip that skippy sounds like a rap song. It does. I don't even remember where I got that phrasing from. I don't remember who it was that I heard say that. One day I'll remember and I'll bring this conversation back up. I can't remember where I heard that. It wasn't Alex Jones. It was somebody though. Wrench, just the Fang Fang side effect? It could be. It could be. What's up, Guitars and Beers? Happy Freedom to you. You look good, bald. Lucky you. I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but thanks. It's the only haircut I can pull off anymore. I'm getting old. Cosmic Squirrel, Mr. Fartwell is a creep, but he may be just in the way of Nancy's nephew. What do you mean? Who's Nancy's nephew? Cosmic Scroll, he's the one who dropped his guts on MSN. That's so ridiculous. And he does like, he pauses for a second and then he's like, anyways, like it was a part of the conversation. Done. You're either a smart feller or a fart smeller. That's right. That's right. Peyton, I was watching the live when he farted. It was audible. It's terrible. It's terrible. They should just cut him off. Cut his mic. All right, Hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, we got a doubly. First video of the doubly manhunt underway for suspect accused of setting a woman on fire in North Carolina. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, Hooligans, really quick, that you should go join jeffmaclive.com. Go set you up a profile, create posts in Hooligans Alley, the forums, and the group chats. Plus, watching the live is a lot more fun with memes and gifs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. Select a free membership level in order to get started. Let me post this in the chat really quick. Meta Newsome is Pelosi's nephew, both pukes. Newscum is Nasty Nancy's nephew. I didn't know that. I mean, I've heard stuff somewhere along those lines, but I always thought it was people just trolling. I didn't think that was a real thing. I have to look into that too. Either way, let's get into this doubly here. Go on, do the thing. Are you gonna load YouTube? Fighting that ad browser or the ad blocker on Brave. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You can't beat that Brave browser. You don't have what it takes. All right, like I said, manhunt underway, which they did catch the guy. That's the second part of the video. But either way, suspect accused of setting a woman on fire in North Carolina. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube. And let's get into this.
Right now, a manhunt underway in Sampson County, North Carolina, where deputies believe 29-year-old Franklin Faircloth intentionally set a woman on fire late Saturday night. Officials say first responders found the woman with severe burns on nearly 2/3 of her body. She was rushed to a trauma center where she remains in serious condition. The victim says Faircloth forced his way into her home, doused her with gasoline, and set her on fire before fleeing on a bicycle. He's facing 4 charges, including first-degree arson and first-degree battery. Faircloth is believed to be homeless and possibly still in the area.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download.
Okay, getting into the second part of the doubly here. Very short follow-up. It's titled Man in Custody After Accusations He Set a Woman on Fire.
On the WRA Live Center, we're following some breaking news out of Sampson County. This is a story that we've been following since we came on the air this morning around 4:30. We just got word that the Sampson County deputies arresting a man accused of setting a woman on fire. There you see him on your screen. That's Frankie Faircloth. Deputies got a tip that he was seen somewhere in a wooded area behind a home. A quick search of that area, and deputies were able to locate Faircloth and took him into custody without incident. He faces a list of charges, including first-degree arson and first-degree attempted murder. This happened at a home on Pine Street in Roseboro Saturday night. The woman, Courtney Witcher, suffered burns over 2/3 of her body. She remains in the hospital this noon hour.
Okay. Well, they're saying in the first video, this man forced his way into this woman's home, doused her in gas, and then set her on fire. They don't say if these two people actually know each other or not. They don't say anything even kind of sort of about that. They say that she has burns on 2/3 of her body and she's in serious condition at the trauma center. He's facing first-degree arson and first-degree attempted murder. Now, in the first video, they said it was first-degree battery or something like that. But in the second video, after being captured, they're saying that it was first-degree murder that he's being charged. But they also say he's facing 4 charges. They only mention those 2, so we don't know what the other ones are. It could be breaking and entering. You know, it could be a lot of possibilities. But either way, they were saying that the man was arrested after being spotted near a wooded area. Next up, we get the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. And it is Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled, Crazy Canadians Drop Epic Pronoun List. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you all think about this guy who may or may not have broken into this house and set this woman on fire. Snooks, Newscum is Nancy's nephew-in-law, but not blood-related. I didn't know they were actually related in any form. I always thought people were just trolling. I did not know. Pumpkin, I hope that poor woman will make it. It's a huge burn, 2/3. Yeah, and then you got to do skin grafts and all that kind of stuff. It's rough stuff. Chick flu. Dud, my door is locked, and the second door, let's see, the second door, my door is locked the second the door shuts, but that's to protect everybody else. Yeah, Dud, and that's how I feel too. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom to you if I can get you already. Magic Moon, she sounds like she's in bad shape. Yeah. Well, if he doused her in gasoline, stop, dropping, and rolling's not going to fix that. Colty, I don't lock my doors because I hope that happens. I'd like to somebody roll up into my house. Yeah, Colty, I don't worry about it a whole lot because they got to go through a security door in order to get into the building. But that's like if I hear a knock at my door and I didn't let them into the building, I am not answering the door. I'm just not. I did not authorize anybody to knock on my door. Field Evan, do people not lock their doors at home? Run up in my house, I dare you. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. They seem to be leaving out a gigantic part of the story. Did these people know each other? Like, were they in a relationship? Because that kind of makes more sense of things. But They also mentioned he was homeless. Did she throw him out? Were they together and she threw him out and he got all mad and he came back, forced his way into the house, set her on fire? Or he just was like, hey, I got this gas and it's a Tuesday, so let's, break into a house and set a woman on fire? Because that's kind of how they make it sound. And so I don't know. Hopefully we can get a follow-up on this, maybe get some more details. Dutton Faircloth, yeah, I think that's how his name is said. Jigaflu Farquad? No, I don't think it was Farquad. I think they were saying Faircloth or something like that. It's quite the last name. Magic Moon, just eat meat and forget about it. That's what I told her. Done. Been there, done that. Drunk friend missed the fire and doused me with gas. Lucky there was a pool nearby. Holy Dutton. That's a scary situation. Roy, political support. Getty family members have been among the largest financial donors to Newsom's political campaigns. Interesting. See, and I haven't heard anything about the Getty family at all. Appeal to heaven, yeah, I totally agree. Ghostly, how do homeless man afford gas these days? That's what I'm saying. There's more to the story. Wrench, I'm very surprised that she survived. Yeah. Maybe he just didn't get her all the way. Like maybe he only got gas on part of her or something like that. Because otherwise, I don't know how she even put the fire out. Constant Squirrel, he said it was his coffee cup sliding. You talking about Swalwell farting in the video? Nah, what a sissy. What a sissy. Cosby, he's no Jerry Nadler. Yeah, we actually played that during the voice chat one Friday, and no, that left a bad taste in my mouth. That guy, he was roughing it up. It's like you could watch the camera change focus. He ripped his Skippy so hard. Chicka-Flu non-ethanol gas. Not if you got gas here. It'd be 15%. Colty throw baking soda on her and it'd put out a gas fire. Yeah. You could bury her in the sandbox too, but that'd be hard to explain to the cops when they got there. Roy, I think I heard that the Gettys are tied to many things, so I wouldn't doubt it. Are they some big family in the background? I haven't heard that name before. Glass, maybe his brain hadn't developed yet. Is that the situation? That's what they're going to say in court. His brain isn't fully developed. Solar Care so bad you could taste it. I'm saying that Nadler Skippy was just disrespectful. All right, hooligans, getting into lefties losing it here. What color is Rita wearing today? Come on, thing. Interesting. Agent O saying red. Meta saying salmon. Soulcare saying goblin green. Kicks, please dear God let Rita be wearing white again. Glass is saying white. Pumpkin saying red. Wrench is saying violet. Colty saying pastel pink. Master Dork saying bright pink. Cosmic Squirrel saying black. Sandra's Library saying blue. Appeal to Evans saying purple with white. Jiggleflu saying Trump orange. Green Eyes saying purple. Wrench said violet, so Green Eyes, you got to say purple. You guys are covering the purple palette here. Magic Moon saying blue. Make sure we get everybody. Rappy saying pink and white. Kicks, she does wear blue a lot. She wears a lot of that pinkish color also. Lots of blues and lots of purples. Purplish pink, whatever. I can't remember what color you guys always say it is. Sedan, lesbian lilac. That's my favorite. Wear it in the Subaru every day. Dutton, lemon yellow. I like when you guys are specific. Boom, magenta. That was actually the color I was thinking of. Happy Freedom to you. Boom. Everybody get their bets placed here. Give everybody their shot. Not like Fauci, it's different. Pickle saying periwinkle. Right in the periwinkle. Jiggleflu, salmon pink. You can't guess twice, Jiggleflu. All right, that might be it. Sandra's Library, navy blue, to be specific. Did everybody get it? Everybody place their bets? SOS, yellow, mellow yellow. All right, I think that is everyone. Going once, going twice. Today, Rita's wearing this color. Now, she's got orange fingernails, so that's a thing. Her shirt seems to be faded navy blue and white. Her jacket, though, I don't know if that's navy blue or if that's purple, like a faded purple color. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's also quite the O face there. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start in Canada, the thoroughly loopy land that is overrepresented in the number of lefties losing it, including this woman. She is Canadian MP Leah Gazan, and here she drops several new pronouns. I'm not sure the ever-expanding alphabet community was ready for this.
When the budget was released, I was shocked to find out that Prime Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2S LGBTQIA+. This is abhorrent. This is callous.
That, of course, stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, Two-Spirit, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer, Questioning, Intersex and Asexual People, plus, always the plus. That's fantastic, Leah, but does it go far enough? Can we please try to be a little bit more inclusive and include the SWALT, CTW, TIW, GMI, YOCWMADC, please? And of course, unless you're some filthy bigot, you know that stands for Slow Walkers and Loud Talkers Community, together with Italians who get mad if you order coffee with milk after dinner community plus. Please, let's just try to be inclusive. Now to CNN, which has been hysterical for weeks now, trying to whip up anti-American sentiment and carrying on like Iran is winning the war. Here they get a little bit of a reality check from NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte.
Is the world safer today than it was before the war was started?
Absolutely, because, and this is thanks to President Trump's leadership, degrading these capabilities is really very important for your and my safety here in the US, in Europe, in the Middle East.
Jake Tapper did not like that answer, did he? Now to one of the Democrats' great white hopes, Eric Swalwell. Remember, it is a shallow talent pool on the left. Swalwell has come crashing down, suspending his campaign to be the next governor of California after a number of serious allegations, including 4 women describing sexual misconduct by the congressman. And that includes one former staffer who says he raped her. And now videos have come to light of the married congressman grabbing and forcibly kissing an alleged sex worker. It's all rather tawdry and a long, long way from the carefully crafted image he has presented with the help of the leftist media.
And I was a prosecutor in Oakland for 7 years. And
it was very frustrating that many times it felt like the victims had none of the rights and the bad guys had all of the rights.
Yes, Eric Swalwell, the man who allowed a Chinese spy into his inner sanctum, including his bed, was elevated by the media and allowed to lie and lie and lie without challenge. Here he is with the uniquely awful Jimmy Kimmel on the eve of the 2024 election, claiming that a Trump win would be terrible for women and children and their bodies.
The consequences for everyone else, like women in their bodies, kids in their safety at school, seniors in their health care, like to him, it's me, me, me. Democrats, sometimes we stand too much on virtue and like modesty, and we think everything is a Harvard Law School moot court competition. But we just need to talk about this like it's a gut check to the regular folks and not make this so complicated. Just be real.
You say a lot of nasty things about you on Fox News. I mean, they're your parents. Doesn't that upset them and make them go, I see that what they're saying is not true. I shouldn't believe anything else they say.
The chutzpah is off the charts. Yep, the media allowed this creep to lie and lie and lie without challenge, including pushing the debunked Russian collusion hoax. And to be clear, Swalwell's lies weren't limited to claims of collusion. He claimed President Trump was a Russian asset.
You're a member of the Judiciary. Do you believe the president right now has been an agent of the Russians?
Yes, I think there's more evidence than he is. Yes, and I think all the arrows point in that direction, and I haven't seen a single piece of evidence that he's not.
An agent like in the 1940s where we had people who were Reds, to use an old term, like that. In other words, working for a foreign power.
He's working on behalf of the Russians, yeah.
Okay.
The question has shifted from whether the president is working with the Russians to what evidence exists that the president is not working with the Russians.
At what point do you draw the line and not accuse the President of the United States without any evidence of being an agent of Russia?
Yeah, he's betrayed our country, and I don't say that lightly. I worked as a prosecutor for 7 years, and
Betraying the country, by the way, we want evidence before you say that, but you said an agent of Russia.
Yeah, he works on their behalf.
I'm not hearing the evidence that he's an agent of Russia.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. It's almost hiding in plain sight.
Hiding in plain sight, yes, that appears to be how Swalwell operated. And now that these allegations have come to light, all sorts of folks are coming out of the woodwork saying that Swalwell's antics were the worst kept secret in DC. Now, Eric claims all these allegations are false, even the ones from former staffers, but let's judge Eric Swalwell by his own standards. Remember when he said this?
What are the chances that 3 or 4 women independently who never met each other would have similar experiences with one person? So either, Ari, this person committed these horrific acts, or he is the single unluckiest person in the world for these people to conspire and make up lies against him. But it's a very hard case to make, the more allegations that come in.
Let's bring in the Center for the American
All right, that is Lefty's Losing It. That does wrap up the news for today. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's Brain Blaster Sour Candy that was provided by Wrench and Green Eyes. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Stowner, and it's titled, "It's like watching a computer glitch." And our official funny video of the day was provided by Tiger Jaw, and it's titled, "2 Geniuses, 1 Allen Wrench." It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Lefty's Losing It. Wrench, what a loser. He is a loser. Roy, he's a lawyer, so he knows to use manipulates knows how to use and manipulate words. Yeah, Roy. That's how he got to where he is. Glass, some people should be born mute. Yeah. Swalwell looks weird. He looks like if Dexter had a baby with Elon Musk. Swalwell looks a little downsy. I don't know if his mom had alcohol fetal syndrome or what happened there, but he's got a look to him. And he's being a weirdo with that woman on camera. That's weirdo behavior. You see him like pulling on that girl and they're like, she's a sex worker. Yeah, but that don't mean he could just hold on to her like it's his sister. Like, I don't know, it's being weird. Being real weird. Oh, much love to you, Colty. Thank you for hanging out today. Enjoy the rest of your night. Appeal to Evan to port his ass to China. That's right. China probably don't even want him. Pasquack talking about President Trump while he's banging Fang Fang. Yeah. He's a loser for sure. What's up, Laurie? Happy Freedom. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today? What's up, Lee? Happy Freedom to you. He's going to be door dashing. He might be. What's up, Lisa? Happy Freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom to you. We got tornado sirens going off. Definitely be safe out there. I guess there's a few tornadoes out right now. What's up, Pew Pew? Happy Freedom to you. Done. China apparently thought he was going places. That's why they embedded Fang Fang with him. They were just sloppy. Yeah. They're like, stick it with the guy with the little wiener. He's going to be at Capitol Hill. He'll know all the secrets. Nope, he's just a weirdo. All right, hooligans. Let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be trying today's Brain Blaster Sour Candy that was provided by Wrench and Green Eyes. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals. Buy me a coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Now today I pulled this out of the bag because I think this is going to be the last of the sour candy here because everything else is kind of redundant at this point. And I'm still disappointed they don't have a level 5. This one is a level 3. But there was no candy in the bag that was actually a level 5. Now this is a sucker, I guess, but it's also got the powdered candy stuff. It says it's cola flavor, which really weirds me out because cola is not a sour flavor. So what's this going to taste like? But either way, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Then we're getting into these funny videos. Try not to make a mess all over my keyboard here. That's the first time I've ever said that. You guys see the way you guys are looking at me. Now, how do I touch this without being sticky? It's Innuendo Monday. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. I'm going to need some wet wipes. Okay, this is what the sucker looks like. Here it is, touching it with my dirty fingers. Okay, the sucker don't really taste like anything. It smells like, I don't know what it smells like Miracle Grow. Have you ever used Miracle Grow? What are you guys trying to feed me? Well, here we go. Let's see. Do the thing. Now, I'm not going to snort this dust. I know you guys like to have fun here and stuff, but I'm not doing that. I got enough problems. Okay, we're going to see what this is all about. Cheers, hooligans. It's not sour, it's just weird. It's just a strange flavor. Let me get these wipes. I'm just going to eat all that powder. The powder is the sour stuff, I guess. But the sucker is, I don't know what that flavor is. It's supposed to be cola, I guess, but it's, you gonna fight me? There we go. It's not really cola flavor. I'm gonna fix my hands really quick because I don't like being sticky. Klaus Daniels. Hey. You're a big cat. Alright. Let's eat the powder and call it a day. How about that? Why do that? Who? That was like straight Fear Factor shit. Who? It ain't even sour. It's just strange. It's very strange. I don't know about that. I think somebody stuck their dirty fingers in my sour candy. Such a strange flavor. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the Miracle Grow powder shit that you put in your dirt. I think they swapped my shit out with something else. Was that anthrax? We're going to find out. Either way, thank you so much, Wrench and Green Eyes. You guys are badass. Thank you so much for sending me the sour candy. Very strange. I don't know how to even describe it. I'm going to be pooping that out later. Let's get into these funny videos, you hooligans. Oh, such a strange flavor.
What you see?
All right, hooligans, getting into our first funny video of the day. This one is provided by Stowner, and it's titled, "It's like watching a computer glitch."
Don't you see how this could be offensive to a real, authentic Mexican?
Hey, can I just say that I'm Mexican and this doesn't bother me at all? Because these tacos are great.
Okay, sir, I appreciate your feelings on the matter, but I don't need you to be a mouthpiece for an entire cuisine, okay? As long as a white man's doing the cooking, I won't be eating here.
Oh, I'm not the cook. Guillermo's the cook.
Guillermo? Okay, wow. Guillermo, let me guess. You've got some poor Mexican dude back there slaving away for $5 an hour so that you can call these tacos authentic. Excuse me, senor. You don't need to work here. You can open your own taco truck.
Guillermo doesn't speak English.
야! 고기도 필요해!
기다려!
말 그만하고 빨리 움직여! 알았어, 씨발!
I'm just surprised you actually don't know what to be offended by right now, do you?
This is like watching a computer glitch.
Very nice. Guillermo the Korean. That's a very Korean name, by the way. Getting into our official funny video of the day.
We're building.
This one was provided by Tiger Jaw. I still don't know about that flavor of that candy. It's making me feel a little weird. Anyways, this is provided by Tiger Jaw. It's titled, "Two Geniuses, One Allen Wrench."
Donald, we're building a desk. 2 geniuses, 1 Allen wrench, 10 minutes.
I've built skyscrapers. A desk is nothing. Hand me the instructions.
I don't use instructions. Instructions are for people who can't visualize the future.
This piece is defective. The wood is wrong.
That's the shelf. You're holding it backwards.
I'm holding it the way I want to hold it. That's called leadership.
It's standing, technically. I'm calling it a prototype.
It's not leaning. It has character. The Leaning Tower of Pisa leans and people fly across the world to see it. That was the coffee's fault.
Donald, we're building a desk.
That was the coffee's fault. Damn, salt coffee. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. Grab this link really quick. I'm going to drop it in the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we are raiding out over on Rumble. Wrench, I love tacos. I do too. Whether they shave them or not. Here's the link link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday. You got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, like I said, we're going to read through really quick. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we are raiding out over on Rumble. Ghostly fear is not a factor for you. I was a little afraid. Just a little bit. Boom. Jeff had some strange. It was some strange. Taming some strange. Pumpkin, it was good, huh? It was something. Gave myself catabetes. Pill to heaven. Did anyone see the guy or AI that he was growing bud on himself? Bud guy? I have not seen that. Kicks, toe jam, Miracle Grow, and belly button lint. I don't know how. Did you try it too? Because it was close. It was close. That's almost the flavor. Told Carrie that his throat thingy is twitching. Yeah, I was a little choked up there. Glass, don't die. I won't. Sour candy's not gonna take me out. It'll be Hillary lurking in the shadows. Magic Moon THC sucker? No. I wish. Bill Clay, this is why your eye is twitching. You know what's really funny is it actually just stopped. I don't know what we were doing Lefties Losing It, and I was like, man, I really wish my eye would stop twitching. And when I read your comment, my eye actually stopped twitching. So thank you for helping me with my twitchy eye here. Oh, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. Much love to you. You're the bestest. Oh, I appreciate you, Too Old to Care. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Rappy. Much love to you. Payton got the THC CBN. I don't know what CBN is. Chocolate for the nighty night? Yeah, it's good stuff. What's up, Starn? Happy freedom to you. Bill Clay, you fixed my twitching eye. Yeah, I appreciate you, Master Dork. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate you, Cosmic Squirrel. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out. Meta. Got to see Baby Trump and Elon on the moon. Yeah. Pretty soon. Lisa, the candy was LSD. Oh, that'd be too good. I need a vacation, you know? Sandra's Library. I love Baby Trump. I do too. This stuff is funny. I got signed out of Blaze. I can't interact with the chat. I hate when that does that. Kick does that too. Signs me out while I'm live. And it's like, I don't have time to log in and learn passwords and all this shit. I hate when that happens. Thank you, Magic Moon. Appreciate you being with us. What's up, Courtly? Happy freedom. Thank you, Peyton. I appreciate it. You want to sit down? You are distracting me. We got to check on the birds. He thinks he's tough. I don't know why. He goes over there and watches the birds, but if they land on the deck, he runs away. Like they're going to carry him off. I don't know why he thinks that. He's a 20-pound cat. These birds aren't going to do anything to him, but, you know, little does he know. Either way, it is that time once again, you hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. That means it is that time once again. We are going to be raiding out over on Rumble. But first, we got to cut off Twitch because the raid is against community guidelines over there. So if you're watching on Twitch, you'd like to be a part of the raid, you are welcome to join us over on Blaze, X, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, or jeffmaclive.com. Otherwise, I will see you Twitch Hooligans tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Everybody else just sit tight. We got this raid coming up. Bam. Do thing. There we go. We got to double check just to make sure, because I don't need a strike today. Good to go. All right, who we raiding today? It's a brand new week. I wonder if we're ever going to see Cat Dog again. Who is this? I don't know who this is, but I follow them, so it must be somebody special. Big tall redneck. Sure, let's do that. We're gonna raid the big tall redneck. All right, hooligans, hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding.
It's 2, by the way, Jordan. Then we either recharge. Ooh.
Jeff Mack with the raid. Woo! Love that. Thanks for bringing the rowdy ones over to Rumble, baby, on my side. Let's go, Jeff Mack. Appreciate the raid, brother. I'll hit you with a little emote right here. This is for Jeff Mack right now. Crack 'em open stone cold style. Thank you, Jeff Mack.
Big, tall redneck.
Over here.
Woo. He's got a nice, beautiful raid from Jeff Mack.
Oh, they're going to bring it over here, Omega. To me.
Because in order to enjoy this game, you have to be gay.
We can just hold right here and let them bring it to us, can't we?
Probably, yeah.
Just 30 seconds remaining. Everyone counts. Let's see who can rise to the occasion.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. If you haven't tapped the like button or the follow button yet, make sure you do so. The redneck very much appreciates it. We're going to try to win this game right now.
They're on it. One's on the roof. One went right. Double barrel on me. Dead, a double barrel. Okay. 2 mediums are left.
One left, red. He's all on my eggs. He's going for defib right now.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Good stuff. I don't remember following them. I wonder who suggested them to me. Either way, they seem pretty cool. Like I said, fantastic raid. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping her up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Luke Klaus Daniels. So Fancy Feast time is usually about 7:30. And you can tell by Klaus's mannerisms that he's not excited with how things are going. You'll be all right. Are you hangry? Are you hangry? I'm touching you. I'm touching you. Yeah, I'm touching you. This poor cat. Oh, this poor cat. Anyways, reading through. Oh, I appreciate you, Appeal to Heaven. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Rappy, Baby Trump's adorable. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Bill Clay. Have a great night as well. Oh, God bless you, Rappy. Appreciate you. Hearing people talking outside. I always get antsy when I hear that. I just want to scream out like, you hear about those Democrats cutting their wieners off? Mm-hmm. They got quiet. They got quiet. But now they know. Now they know. They're probably Democrats themselves, considering this is subsidized housing. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same and make your way back to us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.